So I worked with Ludacris. We ran into each other a few times in Atlanta. Dallas Austin actually had a label back then called Free World, and he had a couple artists obviously signed to the label, and there was an R&B group called Vega. We worked on the album, and we had booked out Silent Sound, which was next to Dark Studios, where we would normally work out of. Nonetheless, Luda, he was known as Chris Lover back then. He was on-air radio personality, and Poon Daddy was, his co-host. And ran into Luda a couple of different times where he was trying to get a record deal. And I think it was at a showcase or something, and he was like, Ricco, hey, why don't you talk to Dallas, set up a meeting, because I like to get signed to the label. And so we set up a meeting, and I don't know whatever transpired from that meeting, but I know that he did not get signed. But as a result of that meeting, he was asked to feature on the Vega album. They were R&B, a 4-guy group. And so when we booked out Silent Sound, we called Luda up, and Luda came by, and it was an opportunity for him just to really show and prove that he was really trying to, get signed to the label in good faith, this, that, and the other. Jumped on the remix for Let Me Get It, I think it was, and we started getting radio spins. Now, fast forward a little bit, I had an independent artist signed to me called Guccione, Ralph, aka Billy Ray Valentine. And so we did a song called Right Now before Buster's Right Now. And Luda and the whole, radio squad was playing our record, and we was building up our BDS numbers. And we were getting calls from Capitol Records and Def Jam South. Now, this is at the beginning or the birth of Def Jam South. So because Luda was, trying to get signed as an artist, he had the radio behind him. So he was actually pushing his record on the radio. Obviously, his team was pushing his record in conjunction with our record being pushed too. So we were kind of battling for that #1 spot on the radio. Obviously, Luda being a part of Radio 1 family, they actually ran his numbers up, and Scarface, we met with Scarface, but Luda met with Scarface, and I think he was the first artist signed to Def Jam South. And so we had the opportunity, but we just didn't, beat those numbers that Luda was coming with. Nonetheless, always a real cool person. Him being from Illinois, I'm from Illinois, so we got that Midwest connection. But that was my time working with Luda. Real cool vibe, real cool energy.